Just saw with the elbow. Free kick to Collingwood. Andrew Ireland, the recipient. Ireland at right half back. It was almost down towards the back pocket, actually, Ireland. Boots the ball out of the danger zone again. Towards the centre of the ground. Moore missed it. Over the top was good, but it comes to Wearmouth. Back to Rains. Rains gets around nicely. Kick doesn't cover much distance though. Ray Byrne. Long hand pass. Carlson is on centre wing. We put Collingwood forward again. He started off pretty well. Lee Carlson out of his wing there today, looking for Lowe. Knocked away from him. Olsen's there. High towards full forward. Barham and Welsh. Stewart. Back to the skipper, Ray Shaw. Calling forward as low. Too slow to get rid of it though. Very scrambly play over the boundary line for a throw. In the forward pocket, or between the pocket and the half-forward flag. Actually, that means it's about 45 metres around from the goals. Mount contesting from the front. Knocked down by Emmett Dunn. Taken away by Ray Shaw. Roving well, the Collingwood skipper. He'll fire at the goals. Is it coming around? Hit the post. Hit the post. One behind with the Magpies, so Collingwood hit the lead by that margin. 2 goals 3-15 to 2 goals 2-14.
15 minutes gone of the first quarter as we wait now for the ball to come back into play. Francisburg boots it out there towards the centre. It's over centre half back. It's a long kick, and there's nearly a mark. Noted Dunn. He didn't play it. Wearmouth fumbled. He got one in the back. Umpire said it'll be a baller. But it was nearly a mark to Dunn that time, Bob.
It did look that way, Lou, but well, we'll see how consistent they are at making the players really hold them.
Back it goes again. Knocked out by Stewart. A beautiful knockout. Rene King trying to burst through the pack, but this is Wood coming out at centre half back. The ball back towards Richmond centre half forward position. Picked up by Waitman out to Bartlett on his gun. He looks dangerous and he hooks the ball out wide. He's gone for short pass to Jess. And Jess has played on foolishly that time. Put Welsh under pressure. But he gets away nicely from Magro. The ball up there towards the full forward position. There's Roach at the back. The ball pushed out by Moore. Scooped away again by Morris. And the ball is out of bounds about 30 metres around from the Richmond goal. Collingwood at the moment 2-3-15 to Richmond 2-2-14. 16 minutes gone of the first quarter. Lee got a knockout, but not a good one. It's finally pushed out to Bart. This looks dangerous on the boundary line. A goal coming up. It's a goal.
Henry does it again.
Beautiful goal for Bartlett. He's giving the victory sign as he runs past there with the fist in the air. 17 minutes gone, and Richmond go to the front now. They're 3 goals 2-20 to Collingwood at the moment. 2 goals 3-15.
We watch again on replay and we find Kevin Morris nowhere near Kevin Bartlett. Wherever Bartlett goes, Morris has to make sure that Bartlett is Morris is between Bartlett and the goals.
17 minutes gone in the first term. 20 plays 15. 5 points the difference. Moore and Lee. Peter Moore with a big fist to it down towards right half forward. Chance for King to pick the ball up. Mount tries to grab him, but he's too fast and too big. King. Hand pass out okay. Young fires at the goals. Is it a quick answer for Collingwood? I think not. And through for only 1 behind. So that makes the difference. 4 points now in the first quarter. 20 plays 16. 3 goals, 2 behinds to Richmond. 2 goals, 4 behinds to Collingwood as the sun valiantly tries to peek through the clouds. Not a bad day for football though. Hardly any breeze. Michael Malthouse's kick dropping a little bit short again. Dunn's there. Knocked away by Lowe. Wiley. Goes the wrong way. Looking for Malthouse. Got met heavily, but stood his ground well over the boundary line, and we'll see a throw-in taking place in the forward pocket. Forward pocket for Collingwood. 1980 grand final, attendance around about the 115,000 mark. Stewart and Dunn. Knocked down by Stewart. Wearmouth. Craig Davis, snapshot for goal. It was touched. It won't be a mark, and Peter Welsh sensing that knocks it over the boundary line once again for a throw-in, but this time closer to the goals by about 10 metres. Same 2 players contesting the boundary throw-in. Stewart and Dunn. Knocked down towards Malthouse again, doing a good job in defence for the Tigers. Jimmy Jess. Lee cleverly knocks it on. Well played by Richmond. Jess goes for a short pass, which was a shocker as you saw. Magro. Over he goes. Must be slippery out there, as I said before. Free kick going Richmond's way for holding the ball. Jeff Rains taking the pass. Looking down there for Cloak. Is in the goal square. He's got the front posse and almost the mark. Wait for the umpire. No, touch through for 1 behind. Almost a mark to David Cloak. The scores now in the grand final, 21 plays 16, a difference of 5 points.
19 minutes gone of this first quarter. The ball back into play again. Out there towards centre half back. Wood couldn't hold that mark. They're all missing there as we see the ball pushed out by Smith. In goes Wood again. He scoops it between his legs and the umpire decides to ball it up out there at centre half forward for Richmond. It's about 60 metres out from their goal. They're in front by 5 points. Knocked out by Leeds, dominating those bounces. So that's ball-ups at the moment. Oh, beautiful play by Wood. Back it goes to Tang. A long shot for goal. It's not a bad sort of a kick either. No, it's a goal. So at the 20-minute mark, the Tigers now 4 goals, 3. 27 points. To Collingwood, 2 goals, 4, 16. Well, that was a nice bit of play on the part of Wood too, Bobby.
Well, Wood is one player that Richmond always look to for, I'll say, leadership in his endeavours, the way he goes about his football, and hasn't had the best of years. And to see Brian Wood come back after a couple of broken legs, it is really great, not only from a Richmond point of view, but from a football supporters aspect.
20 minutes into the first quarter, 27 plays 16.
7 bounce again. Lee doing the better at the moment. Lee got another one back there towards the centre half forward position. They're all missing at the moment. Oh, good play by Ellis. Not playing a bad game for Collingwood today either. Mount forces the ball out towards Smith. Then Mount tucks it away from Smith. The ball out wide. There's a chance now for Wilder to send Richmond deep into attack as he goes for pass out towards that boundary line, looking for Roach, but it was a bad kick. Perhaps he'd have been better to go straight at the goal. So it's out of bounds, about 30 metres around from the Tiger goal. At the moment, they're 27 points to Collingwood 16. There we see Peter Moore. Peter Moore against Cloak this time. Both manoeuvring for position. Now it's Moore breaking away from the pack. And can this big fella go? As the ball is shot back towards the centre of the ground. But where are the Collingwood players? That's Raines out there on his own. Not a player within Qrt to try and tackle him there. So he's got the ball very easily out there at centre half back. Out towards Jimmy Jetson. Jumping Jimmy gets a hand pass over now. And Strawn sends them back over their half-forward line. Punched away from Morris by Bartlett. Again by Waitman. The team backing up. Oh, bounced the wrong way for Bartlett. Now Morris taps it out looking for Dacos. Dacos picks it up very stylishly. The ball over now to Shaw. The Collingwood skipper drives the ball back there looking for Weirmouth. Punched away by Malthouse. Back it goes to Jess. There's plenty of Tigers here at the moment. That's a hand pass back to Mount. He manoeuvres well and finally gets another hand pass. We see the ball driven back towards Richmond's half-forward line by Strawn. And they missed it. Trying picked up by Wiley. A long shot up there towards Clark, and Clark's got it. They're looking pretty strong at the moment, Richmond.
He's too big and too strong for Ireland, Lou.
Well, and you could say the same down there for Roach against McCormack, because both these fellas have the ability to outmaneuver their smaller opponents. So there's a chance for a goal here. Let's see the shot. Oh, 1 point. So at the 22-minute mark, we see Richmond increase their score by their 4 goals, 4-28. To Collingwood 2 goals, 4-16.
23 minutes gone in the first quarter.